So the so-called PlayStation State of Play came and went like a in the wind. Now, why would I say that? Why would I say that the PlayStation State of Play was not all that good? You see, I would be honest. As a Multiplat State of Play or as a third-party State of Play, this was okay at best. I give it a 6.57. If it was that Sony said this is a Multiplat State of Play or a third-party State of Play. But the mere fact that Sony said this was a PlayStation State of Play, if I was to grade it, this would be basically a 3 out of 10. You see, a PlayStation State of Play would suggest that these ponies would be getting a lot of PlayStation announcements, meaning games made by PlayStation or PlayStation Studio. But the mere fact that this was filled with multiplats, filled with third party that carried the show, I mean, there is no way Sony or any pony could say this was a PlayStation State of Play. Going into the State of Play, these ponies told me that this was going to be the big one. This PlayStation State of Play was going to see announcements that rival the Super Bowl. This was supposed to be the best State of Play ever, invented, ever created, ever announced. Yes. So coming into this, I was expecting to see banger after banger after banger. But what did I see?
Hello. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking and walking.
Shout the season, man. Shout the season, man. This nigga bought big fight.
So this State of Play was supposed to be the big one, and this is what you'll do. But the major announcement that has all these ponies galloping in the field right now is this game.
Before I was a god, I was a Spartan.
Yes, these ponies are out here capping for this game. I guarantee you this. If Microsoft or Xbox had this game as their closer, you wouldn't be hearing the end of it. Out of everything that they closed with this game. Now, I would admit that the original voice actor for Kratos coming out was a cool moment for God of War fans, I could imagine, right? But I'm sorry to say, ponies, or actually I'm not sorry to say, this is a mobile game. This is a cell phone game. There are even cell phone games like Genshin Impact and what other game this is with the train or whatever. Looks better than this. This could have been released on the PlayStation 3, on the PlayStation 4. This is the game that you all close with. This is the banger that you guys were talking about. But we'll talk about it. I'm not going in yet on this God of War game, Sons of Sparta. So again, as a multiplayer State of Play or as a third-party State of Play, this was an okay showing. Because what did they show? They showed Kenna. This is a sequel to the first game. Remember that Kenna originally launched on PlayStation first, and then about a year or a year and a half after, it came to Xbox. So Kenna was a good showing. And then we had Death Stranding 2. I mean, this is a sad. I mean, these ponies didn't support this in their droves at all. They supported Forza Horizon more than they supported this game. So this was an announcement for PC. Yes, this was an announcement for PC. Sony basically owed Kojima that for this not selling as he wanted. Then we had Legacy of Kain. Where is that going? Xbox as well. Next, we have this Brigandine Abyss game. This is coming to everything, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch too. And we don't want to forget DOA. DOA, I believe this is a remaster or remake. This too is coming to Xbox and to it's a multiplat. It's a multiplat. I mean, come on. But as the state of play went on, you would notice that the majority of games are coming to Xbox. I mean, listen to pure Xbox here as they is this Control? Yes, this Control sequel coming to Xbox too. I mean, all of these games were coming to Xbox. Just a handful of games were not coming to Xbox, as is cited from pure Xbox. Listen as you see all the games coming to Xbox. While you listen, look at the screen, and I'll be putting up on Xbox tab on all the games coming to Xbox as you listen and look at the screen and see how the majority of these games were on Xbox.
Silent Hill, Townfall not coming to Xbox at launch, along with a few other state of play titles. Last night, we highlighted all the games from February 2020's XS State of Play event that are also coming to Xbox, over 15 of them. But we should also mention that a couple of big ones unfortunately aren't scheduled for Xbox just yet. The big absentee right now is Silent Hill, Townfall, which many had expected to release on Xbox at the same time as other platforms. But that's not the case, at least as things stand. The game's reveal trailer only mentions PS5, Steam, and the Epic Games Store as platforms. And so does the press material we've seen since the event. Some of the other games that are missing Xbox at launch are Kena, Scars of Kosmora, For Loop, Yako Shinobi Ops, seemingly Konami's Reverend War, and then all the first-party stuff you'd expect like the God of War Trilogy remake. Altogether, we're only missing out on a handful of games from the State of Play on Xbox, and we're still hopeful that the likes of Silent Hill, Townfall, and Kena, Scars of Kosmora will find their way to Xbox at some point in the future. Similar to what we've seen with the likes of Silent Hill 2 and Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
So there are a few games like Kena and Silent Hill that are not coming to Xbox at launch, but I guarantee you that it will eventually come because most likely it's a time exclusive for Sony. But we had the sequels. We have Kena 1 on Xbox, and we also have Silent Hill, the previous Silent Hill, on Xbox currently. So most likely those games are coming. But one big get that Sony did get, I would admit, is this chicken and waffles game. Yes, there is a game with a chicken and waffles. Look at this here. This is a good get. You know, it reminds me of God of War. Basically, a chicken, fighting a lot of enemies and so forth. This, I know a lot of gamers would like games like this, or Winless, or Project Winless. But yeah, that too would eventually come to Xbox, just like how Black Myth Wukong eventually came to Xbox after a year. This was a very cool game. This Star Wars racer, again, very cool. I really Galaxy Racer. I really is looking forward to that game. But all in all, guys, the majority of games shown in this showcase, it was either Multiplat or timed exclusive. There were few exclusives that Sony would have had. And a matter of fact, there's a list here. Look at this. Out of all the games shown, how many were made by PlayStation Studio? We just have God of War, Sparta, Marathon, but that Marathon is coming to Xbox as well. Helldivers, Expansion, Saros, Ghost of Yute expansion as well. Those were the only games in this entire showcase that was made by a PlayStation Studio. Everything else with third party and Multiplat. That is why we can't say we can give this PlayStation State of Play a good score. Now, it's not only me saying that, but listen to Doug Dark here.
The PlayStation State of Play was trash.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Now, when I say something that's truth about Xbox, you don't see the Xbox fans freaking crying or trying to deflect it or anything like that. No, they take it or they ignore me or whatever. But I'm seeing PlayStation fans out there actually trying to attack me because they're upset that I'm calling out what PlayStation did this, not me. All I'm gonna ask you to do is keep the same energy. And this is what I mean. Since 2020 or whenever the heck these freaking consoles came out, I've been telling you, nobody buys a PlayStation for its exclusives. I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna gaslight me. I'm not gonna let you do that. It is a PlayStation, say it with me, PlayStation State of Play. Meaning I wanna see PlayStation game. It is not a third-party State of Play. That's not what it is. It's not a Multiplat State of Play. It's not a PC State of Play. It is a PlayStation State of Play. It is your State of Play. And guess what Sony showed you? They showed you garbage, treated you like shit. And you know I don't even like to curse, But
And this here is a solid argument he's making. It's a PlayStation state of play, not a third-party state of play, not a Multiplat state of play, but a PlayStation state of play. So according to you, Ponies, according to the narrative that you would have set, that, you know, this state of play should have been filled of PlayStation announcements made from by PlayStation Studios. Yes, some of the exclusive that Sony would have money-hatted would do good for PlayStation, but all in all, where are the PlayStation games? And that brings us to the last game that we must talk about. I did talk about it earlier on, which is the God of War Sons of Sparta, is it? Now, there's a lot of persons commenting on this game and a lot of persons saying that this ain't it. Let me just point out that Sony had the gall, they had the testicular fortitude to mention that this game ran on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Are you kidding me, Sony? Are you kidding me that you actually stated that Sons of Sparta were running on the PlayStation 5 Pro? Let me get it straight. The PlayStation 5 Pro is the world's most powerful console, and you needed to run Sons of Sparta? But here what some other persons are saying concerning Sons of Sparta.
Brace yourself, because this is like a D-make sort of sideways monkey ball game. Let's see, man. Please don't be like a side scroller, dude.
I was a Spartan.
Oh,
We're saying, Kyle?
oh no. Oh no! Oh no! They can't make anything! Horizon Hunters Gathering, just the name should be a red flag. They keep forcing Horizon, and then the Koreans make Horizon that looks like Horizon, but they can't do that. They're like, we're going for this new art style, okay. Just because you're incompetent and couldn't make... So what the hell is this? This looks so cheap. And you know they spent time on this, brother. Oh, no. All you had was a teaser of a remake we know you're going to edit the titties out of. Yeah, I would hope it's a bit... Yeah, so... What? Oh, this is a shadow drop. I don't know.
This is not the way to
It just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, that show sucked.
So it wasn't just me. A lot of persons were not feeling that last announcement. A lot of persons was not feeling that show. But listen to the actual creator, the father, the godfather, the grand poobah of God of War. Listen.
And you know what? This is one person's opinion, but they would know. They were certainly in the know. They said Sony Santa Monica these days is driven mostly or primarily by story. And I'm like, oh my God. In this game, this Sons of Sparta, what I played, which was only about an hour of it, and I'll never go back to it.
Damn! I'm sorry.
But it's just like, get over yourselves, man. It's like they just kept stopping over and over and having the characters just talk and talk and talk, and the voice acting's not very good. The story, at least what I played, maybe it gets really good. You know, somebody's like, maybe halfway through the game you become, you know, the Kratos we know and love from the early games, but Huck wants to play. This is not God of War. When people were saying they wanted a God of War 2.5D game, I'm pretty sure they meant this, and they did not mean this. And who the greenlit this, I don't know. Who thought this is what the audience wants?
Wow, wow, wow. The grand poobah of God of War is saying that this is rubbish. So while these ponies are saying this was the best state of play ever, persons are saying they disagree. They had big walk, big nose men with one eye and all these things. This wasn't it, ponies. But if you like it, we love it. I give this showcase a 3 out of 10. Now let me hear what you think. What are your thoughts on all of these things there? Was it a banger showcase, or was this one of the worst PlayStation State of Play you have ever seen? Let me know in the comment sections below, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.